It has been 4 months since the unprecedented tornado outbreak that came with Hurricane Milton. 7 people in our area were killed. Hundreds of others lost their homes and their livelihoods. On the front lines of all of our coverage, Kate Hussey. Kate, I'm walking over to you. You have spent countless hours going to these communities, and you actually uncovered a fatal flaw with some of the houses that are built.
Yeah, absolutely, Holly. Specifically in the Spanish Lakes Country Club community. As many of our viewers know, that was ground zero on October 9th when all of those tornadoes spawned. And since we've been speaking to many of the survivors in that community, the family members of the 6 people who were killed, we've learned that not all of those manufactured homes weren't up to federal codes. Through researching, I've learned that in 1976, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development established a series of building codes to better regulate the construction of these mobile and manufactured homes, which they then significantly strengthened in 1994. But, Holly, what we've learned is that many of these mobile homes destroyed in Spanish Lakes were built in the late 1970s or even the early 1980s, and thus they weren't built up to those latest federal standards that were set in 1994, and we're really sitting ducks ahead of the storm.
That's a huge lapse right there. I also know that you were able to pinpoint it's not just the mobile homes in that particular community that were vulnerable. This is really a statewide issue.
It absolutely is. We've actually been speaking to researchers with the Urban Institute who have been looking at this issue as a nationwide problem. They've identified hundreds of thousands of mobile homes across the country that aren't up to code, at least 100,000 here in the state of Florida. And it's something that those survivors in Spanish Lakes are aware of, and they're now pushing for a change.
I think we actually have some sound that we want to throw too. Listen to this.
It's not a question of should we do this. It's a question of we have to do this. These are your constituents. These are the people that you have taken an oath to represent and to protect and to serve, and that needs to be the priority.
Well, tonight at 6, you'll see our full investigation into this issue. We dive deep into decades of rules, gaps in safety standards, and vulnerabilities, which we later address with lawmakers as well.
Concerning as well as your reporting and what you've uncovered. I mean, this could barely just touch the surface.
Absolutely. There will be many follow-ups to come.